Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Assist. I'm your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, we are down a host. Our Houston sports expert is back in Houston being a sports expert. God, had a lot on his plate. You know, there's a lot on your plate when you're a sports expert.
We got that man doing a lot of stuff.
They need their expertise in sports all around Houston, all surrounding areas.
Exactly. Shout out to my guy.
To the right of nobody, not to his right because there's nobody there. To the right of nobody, we have Coach G. He's back in the building.
Woo, woo.
Back from being a coach out there in San Antonio. Doing coach things.
I do my thing.
You already know what it is. We're in here today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start with probably the biggest news because it was.
You're not gonna ask me what I get to start with?
No. I feel like you would probably want to start here too, which is what I saw all day. The NFL's collective bargaining agreement, their CBA. If you didn't know what CBA meant, that's what it meant. We just saw the WNBA get their new one. I don't know how many years until the NBA gets theirs, but this is not set in stone. This is what the owners made up. They put it all in there, everything they wanted. Now they're trying to get the players to... I've been seeing people say they're trying to get the players to cave in to their collective bargaining agreement. And... Because, the rumor is that there's stuff in there that... Like the CBA is just too good to be true, basically. Here's some of the things in the CBA. The new CBA, it's a 17-game season. Regular season, I want to say.
Right. I did see that.
7 teams from each conference make the playoffs. 1 bye week. And then a reduced marijuana penalization. They're not lifting the ban completely, they're just reducing it because the NFL has the harshest punishments on marijuana. And then more money. As they said something along the lines of $5 billion moved to the player's side. Meaning, I would assume shelling out $5 billion amongst every player in the NFL. I don't know if that's necessarily what's going to happen, but more money, that type of stuff. And like I said, I've seen a lot of people saying, like, oh, this is too good to be true. Like, what's the catch? This is too good right now.
Yeah, right now it sounds like there's definitely a catch. I was going to say, what other... stipulating any more fine lines in there? Not
that I know of. I know that they've put out the memo of everything that they wanted, and J.J. Watt said no. He said hard no. Sherman said he wants to see the details. He knows that there's a catch. Sherman was the one who said it was along the lines of it's too good to be true, basically.
And I have to respect Richard Sherman. I mean, he's not an idiot. He's been around the game for a long, long time, and he understands how to negotiate because he negotiated himself at the Achilles tear.
Yeah.
So, in respect to J.J. Watt, that man is a businessman as well, on and off the field. He take care of his business. Mm-hmm. So I definitely, they're saying something that's not necessarily... or per se, seeing that it's too good to be true.
Too good to be true, and they're like...
But the
media is making it seem like it's just so simple. Like you said, where's the rest of the details? Like, where's the fine print? You know what I mean? That's not really what the media's putting out. They're putting...
Don't knock on my front door so you can sneak people around the back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So...
Exactly. They're saying, 17-game season, more money here, more this... Less teams in playoffs, yeah. And then the whole time you gotta pay 50% of your net gross income. You know what I mean? Just something wild off the wall. And then that's where they said that the owners are trying to get the players to cave into this new CBA. So I would like to see the fine print.
And only 3/4, and just because the owners have approved it, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's not. Unanimous. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
owners didn't. There were some owners who didn't vote yes to the CBA, so that should tell you something.
Right now, they got 3/4 of the owner approval, which that is power and numbers.
Big, yeah.
From that. However, that quarter, and they're the owners. They it's something that soured them.
Mm-hmm. The player share revenue is what's going to increase from 47% to 48%, and then to 48.5%, which would be where they get that $5 billion on the player side of things. So, just for anybody who was out there confused on that part, I want to see the fine print before I say if I have a problem with this, because it could just be as simple as that. Like, we're the NFL, we're getting our act together. You know what I mean? We're not pulling little shiesty moves or nothing. You know what I mean? They could be on the right path. More money for everybody, more games to play, more revenue. Who knows? Other football news. There was a little bit of a speed smoke, I guess you could say. A former sprinting Olympian Michael Johnson.
Former gold medalist.
Yeah, 4-time gold medalist.
Put some respect on that man.
Well, he had the world record in the 200, I want to say.
Absolutely.
Before Usain. What are you going to do when Usain's running on your record? He's saying, earlier a few episodes back, we talked about Tyreek Hill wanting to try to qualify for the Team USA sprinting team or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Michael Johnson has came out and said, no, he knows his place. And it's not his forte, saying he couldn't qualify. Now, Tyreek Hill has ran track in college. Has ran track. Like, it's not like he's just some guy.
It's not a foreign sport to him.
Exactly.
And this is taking it to the next level, from running. I used to run in summer league, or I ran for my high school. That's taking it a little bit, further and deeper. Tyreek Hill, I believe,
he ran and he beat a lot of people, and he showed his speed. I kind of get where Michael Johnson's coming from, but then I'm also like, don't knock him. Wouldn't that something you'd want to see?
What I can witness, or what I have witnessed, is this man is extremely fast with weighted pads on his body and a helmet,
cleats, and some pants. Give him a one piece and some spikes.
You shed some layers and give him a pair of spikes on the non-slick surface. I think he'd do some damage.
And me too.
He'll work a clock.
Yeah, I don't like that he's already putting him down. Kinda. I mean, I get where he's coming from. You're a gold medalist. You know what it takes. Maybe you've never really seen this man run, and maybe you're just, he's a football player. He can't transition. Maybe that's what you're thinking. But this is a fast man. Speed is speed. Speed isn't, if you're fast, you're fast. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
I have to agree with that.
It's not like 20 miles per hour is any
really
different.
I'm shocked but again, credit to Michael Johnson. I mean, he's walked the walk.
Exactly.
And he probably seen so many guys come out running a 40. We're talking about a 200. Mm-hmm. He probably watched so many guys come out run a 40 so hard and strong, but taper off at the back end to a point where you're needing it, and your whole dynamics of your whole.
So he has that built up into his mind. Oh, that's just a football. A football player can't run no 200.
I've seen the best of the best try.
Mm-hmm. I had a point.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, and it's always me. Always.
What was you doing? Just say you were scratching your butt. Scratch your butt again.
Man. And I was not scratching my butt.
Oh.
Like I said, he's ran track before. I don't think it would be anything foreign to him. Michael Johnson has the credibility to voice his opinion on this.
And it'd be a legit...
valid point.
May not like what he said, but
exactly.
you respect the source.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. He's 4-time gold medalist, a world record holder. I mean, what more do you want? So, all in all, I think Tyreek Hill can make it. I would like to see him make it now that he has a very well-known doubter. And I think that will probably help him even more.
I'm about to say, that's good motivation. So you need somebody to tell you that you can't.
And he just won a Super Bowl, so it's kind of like,
What else can I do?
I kind of feel like I can take on the world right now. Yeah.
What else can I knock down? What else can Tyreek knock down?
And just even qualifying proves that if maybe he gets in the 100-meter dash, represents Team USA, and is last in his heat.
And
you know what I mean?
I don't think he's sitting here, to Michael Johnson's point, I don't think Tyreek is stating or claiming that I will represent the United States.
I'm the fastest person in the world.
No more than just the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Being able to wear the stars and stripes, and bear those colors and represent for the United States. I don't think Tyreek is sitting here saying that not only will I
bring Usain out,
I'll beat anybody.
Beating world records. I'm running a 9.7.
Only person or people he said there's nobody faster than him is in football.
Yeah, and that's a fact.
And he's proven that. I mean, he's had several opportunities during a game for you to try to run him down or try to get a hand on him. And sometimes he just
or running down his teammate who plays a fast position. You have to be fast to be a running back.
So you can't even catch some of the other guys on the Chiefs team, let alone the fastest guy on the Chiefs team. They got some cheetahs over there.
Yeah, no, the real cheetah and some cheetahs.
They got some baby cheetahs.
Yeah,
and they got the big mama.
Yeah, they got the mom and the cubs. Cheetahs are cubs, right? I want to say that cheetah cub. Cheetah cub just sounds weird to me, kind of. It doesn't sound as smooth as a tiger cub.
Peter, don't get on us if we saying it wrong. Yeah. But I think they are cubs. So
we'll get y'all a fact check on that. Good news: Ryan Newman was released from the hospital after his Daytona 500 crash.
He went. Ooh, wow.
He just great. I think he was in the hospital 2 or 3 days. Released him. He's back doing good. That could have been a very scary, unfortunate.
All the safety precautions that are taken, all the safety measures that are exercised,
and it still could be.
That man's life was almost taken.
Yeah,
there's some people that were almost lost a loved one.
We touched on that. I want to say the last episode, but news now that he is out doing a lot better. He was doing better when we talked about it on the last one, but always better when you're out of there.
Always better when you're out of there.
We can talk about this.
Stop that meter on that bill.
No, we'll save Fury and Wilder for when we get back from a commercial break. But before we jump into the commercial break, there's some Astro news going on. Me and the Houston sports expert talked about it up here. I know it hurt him to see the city like that. So I got to ask you about it, man. How do you feel? There's a lot of stuff going around. I mean, you got the basketball players commenting on it.
I'll tell you what. As a coach, if I know what it is that you're about to do, if you call out a play and I know exactly what play is being called, who the ball's going to, we are going to have a field day.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And this is speaking in basketball terms, okay? Again.
But the crazy thing is, it applies to every sport.
Yeah, if I knew what your red play, red, or 21, if I knew you were ISO for a 3-pointer, I know what to do.
Exactly.
I know how to shut it down. If I knew that,
I know your call in cricket. If I know your offensive call for whatever play. I mean, I don't know anything about cricket, but but if you know what they're gonna do, you have an advantage over those cricket players. Whether it's cricket, rugby, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or badminton. You know what I mean? If you got if you got the jump on a badminton player, you're probably gonna have a better game than him. Better season.
I definitely have a issue with it. The way it ended up being, they're not going to penalize the guys, not going to strip them or anything. They cheated.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand it, I just don't think the penalty is matching the crime.
Not at all.
Now you're looking for a new way to dissect the word cheat and break it down in different manners. Cheat is cheat.
Oh, well, we didn't really, but no, everybody cheated.
No, you cheated.
Yeah. We're going to jump in more into that when we get back from this commercial break, so here's a quick word. gentlemen, welcome back to The Assist. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Noah Harrington. To my right, we have nowhere. Houston sports expert is back in Houston, experting in sports. And to the right of nobody, we have Coach J. He's back in the building with us.
Yeah.
We're talking this Astros stuff going on. There's still a lot of confusion. I know. I had a person call me the other day and say, "What happened? Like, explain it to me. I don't know." Like, I'm trying to figure out what happened, but nobody's giving a straight answer. They cheated, man. That's all it is. They bold-faced cheated, and they tried to not. I mean,
they're trying to make cheating glorifying and make it look like, well, we were on cutting edge of cheating, so you really can't necessarily put it as cheating. We just cheat little. Little cheating.
And here's the thing that I hate. Players who do this from here on out will be fined, suspended, punished, right? But the players who started it, nothing's gonna happen to them. They just it's bad for the culture of Houston, I will say, because when you bring up the Astros, now it's gonna be, they didn't even matter.
The cheat strokes.
Yankee fans, we finally have an excuse to use. They'll say Yankee fans make up every excuse in the book. Now we have a solid one.
Now they really hate that. And you gave the Yankee fan. I'm a Yankee fan. You gave us
Isn't it crazy? When you think about it thinking back now, right? We got destroyed a few of those games. We did some destroying the game one, I want to say. Game one is when we thrashed them.
We would beat. Nobody could win at home.
And then
kick your ass in
every other game,
and vice versa. But
and it's like I think we won 2 games that series. We might have won 2.
I think we won 3.
I don't even think we won 3. And the Yankees. Well, first off, the Astros kind of really just came out of nowhere. It's not like you had It's not like you had an Aaron Judge or a Mike Trout or a Mookie Betts on the team. You know what I mean? It was Verlander.
Yeah.
And he was your guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you didn't really have just and you would pick people over those 2.
Yeah.
Verlander is probably hold higher weight than boy.
Yeah.
But you would still pick people over them. I want to say it was a dude from the Dodgers who said Aaron Judge got cheated out of an MVP.
He did.
And the Dodgers got cheated out of a World Series.
Big Papi is real upset that the dude had broke the news on all of this.
See, I saw the media talking about it, saying that he called the guy a snitch, and then I read more into it. He called him a snitch because in 2020, the dude came out and said, we were doing all this when we won the World Series.
Uh-huh.
Big Papi said, why didn't you say that when you were doing it? Why do you have a moral agenda now?
Yeah,
exactly.
Like what?
Just snitching.
It's dry snitch. I mean, the word snitch is
yeah.
You have to look into it. Why is it considered snitching on this? I mean, if you don't know the full definition of snitching, if it kind of clouds your judgment, well, that's not necessarily snitching. Well, yeah, it absolutely is snitching because you had an opportunity the first game that you did to say something, you didn't.
Exactly. And then probably what I think is there was a small rift in corporate higher-ups. I'm using that to get you. Nope, you messed it up. Nope, I'm putting all this stuff out. Now that something's not going my way.
And but why give them that? You didn't even have to go that far. You could have said, "Hey, I ain't on board with this."
Yeah.
But
because he was probably on board with it at one point.
It sounds like.
Then you're not feeding me my cereal anymore.
Everything was cool with him until, y'all shipping me out. I'm not asking for a trade. I don't believe he was asking to be traded. Why would you ask to be traded off this?
Oh no! I was talking about it's some corporate dude, Mike something. Probably wasn't talking about. I think he was talking about a player.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the pitcher.
Oh.
I'm talking about the pitcher who all of a sudden gets, like you said, develops a conscience and gets real loose at the lips.
Loose lips sink ships, man.
You could have said this stuff though while he was there.
Exactly.
If it's, I mean, keep that. You can't keep the same energy because it's already said and done. But
exactly,
you should have had the same energy that you was feeling now.
Just
back
shut
then.
up. I mean,
or shut on up like you did for the whole the what year, 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on.
It would have been a very slow news week these past couple weeks if he would have just shut up. You know what I mean? Like there hasn't been a lot of basketball. Football's over. XFL's trickling up there in people's watch list. And now you got this.
Some people just don't know how to get out of their own way.
True. So, now we can jump into Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. The rematch. Who you got?
The rematch. Well, okay.
It's going to be a good fight. I became a Fury fan after the last fight.
I became a Fury fan that made me watch him. Mm-hmm. And having watched him, I understand that he came into that match very, very behind on where he needed to be.
Very. But he had however many months to train.
Yeah, he was very much behind where he needed to be for that caliber.
And produced.
A fight. And not only did he produce, he got back up. I mean, he took one of them bombs and got back up.
From the bomber.
And withstood the onslaught. And, okay, now he is much more seasoned for it. I mean, he absolutely had time to train for this fight.
No excuse on that part now. Can't say that you lost because of training
exactly,
or nothing. You're going to have years or a year.
I mean, you got a person who has to hit you in order to inflict damage.
Yeah.
You know, but then you got a person on the other hand who is hard to hit.
Yeah, Tyson keeps that head moving.
So the setup punch for Wilder, he'll size you up with that left jab, and if he contacts your head with that left jab, he knows exactly where to put that right. Mm-hmm. He doesn't necessarily have to look at you. Mm-hmm. He just needs to be in position. If that jab lands, he's an old school fighter with the mentality.
Placement.
1-2.
Yeah.
Bop, bop. 1-2. You throw that punch. 1-2. Boom, boom.
It's just something you know.
It's just something you know. So if he lands that first one, he coming hard with that second one. However, if Tyson is moving like he did last fight or any better,
that's the thing.
It's going to be one of them situations where you're going to see counterboxing at its finest. Mm-hmm. Because Wilder can definitely get himself into a predicament by overextending, trying to land that bomb, getting peppered a little bit, getting frustrated, and stepping into knock his head off. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's coming with that mentality anyway. But let's be real. He understands that I can't just steamroll through him. I had to go through my levels, through progression. I break him down. There it is. Boom. Nah, I didn't get him that time. I get it though. You know, breaking down.
He has to be patient.
He has to work his game plan. His game plan will not be come in and throw haymakers the whole time. He will get beat.
Oh yeah.
So
or he'll get winded, which will in turn lead him to get beat.
Yeah, he's gonna get beat.
Fury. I feel like if it goes 12, Fury's winning. Because he's more technical. He's going to land more punches, this, that, and third, whatever, right? I feel like Wilder can win, can knock him out mid-fight. Everything he's saying he can do, or everything he's saying he will do, I feel like he can do. It's just, it's going to be a lot harder for him to do it against Fury than it is any of his other opponents for the one reason you said. He moves so well. Fury moved so well the last fight, and he wasn't moving well.
And he wasn't moving well.
You know what I mean? So imagine him now. What did he just say? He cut off 20 to 30 Diet Cokes a day. Now, wow. if he was doing that pre-fight the first fight, and still did all this, imagine he cuts that out. This man is going to be a monster. It's just like you said. He's Bomber's an old school fighter. He's gonna hit you with that 1-2. It's if he can connect that one. I think that's where the problem. I think that second one's not gonna be a problem to connect with. If he can just get the placement on the first one. I think the first one is going to be where he needs to
get his range,
get his focus in. Because Fury's, he moves a lot. You know, he does not stop moving. He's bouncing around the ring the whole fight.
Fury's going to have to definitely utilize the jab.
And which he did last game.
In between the head bobbing and weaving, he's going to have to do a lot of sticking and weaving. Stick,
get out of the way.
And get out the way.
Yep.
Don't let him wind up and set up for that bomb, because it's going to be a couple of times that Wilder's going to throw that bomb without the jab.
Yeah.
Just trying to mix it up.
Just to see where you are.
Outside of that, I don't necessarily know how much Wilder can mix it up and be 100% as effective as he is in his mind.
Yeah.
Now, that may translate over in the match, and we see it.
Yeah.
However, I'm not sold on him being able to say, okay, I trained and did. I think all you did was just work out, frustrated that you didn't knock his head off, and you're running off of determination.
That's my thing with Wilder. I feel like Deontay Wilder, his training for fights is him lifting a bunch of weights.
You know, and that makes you strong, and if you lifting stronger, you know, I understand.
Well, I get lifting weights,
you know.
but I feel like that's all he does. He's in the weight room 24 hours a day, never touches the ring. Granted, that's not what he does. He goes into the ring. He's a boxer. He's a professional boxer. But for some reason, it doesn't ever seem like the technicality of boxing is in his fighting style by any means.
He's just
he'd throw a 10-foot hook.
I'm coming out
leave
here
his whole chin wide open, but he's blowing the dude's head off. So it's like, what does it really matter?
It's just like he comes out with the mindset, I'm about to club you to death.
Yeah, I don't think, because I don't really think anybody's ever going to drop him, like as far as like a knockout the way he does people.
I think I know this hindsight. However, Iron Mike Tyson, would slaughter.
Oh yeah, because he's too technical. He'd
get
throw
in
that 10-foot hook. I'm throwing a 2-inch hook, and you're
gonna
done.
Eat them ribs up, chop them ribs, and as soon as he go lean down, he coming up with that mean ass uppercut, and might finish you off with that hook.
Ugh, that's a scary sight.
All in under 3 seconds. I mean, of you throwing a punch.
And then he's on the side of you somehow.
Worst 3 seconds of your life.
That's what Tyson was always good at. He'll hit you and he'll move.
His whole body. His dodges where he's
yellow
moving
north,
his whole body.
Yellow north and south, and then somehow he's on east. And he's still punching you.
And he's with force.
Still keeping them coming. We got to jump into another commercial break, and we'll be back with the last half hour of The Assist right after these messages.